It's time for Dodger Baseball.
What a catch by Mookie Betts. Another home run for Corey Seager. Another strikeout for Kershaw. A robbery of Tatis. Gone. What a snap.
This is what an ace looks like.
And tagged out is Riley, a double play.
Dodgers have won it all in 2020.
And welcome to the Dodgers Nation postgame show. I'm your host, Doug McCain. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DMAC_LA. What a win for your Los Angeles Dodgers. Seeing red against the Redbirds, they just poured it on. They won by a score of 14-3, 2 touchdowns for the Dodgers, just a field goal for the St. Louis Cardinals, and it was nice to see. Not only did they win, but they won big with Cody Bellinger hitting his first, well, I guess, I don't know, the Romeo Tapia one on the beginning of the season. That really should have counted, but really his first official belly bomb of the year, and it was in grand slam fashion. He hits a big home run, and then also Mookie Betts, 2 hits in the same inning. We're going to break down all the madness because, hey, 11 runs in the first inning, that is what the Dodgers do. You remember the NLCS against the Braves, they poured on in that one, so it was great to see this Dodgers offense just erupt here today, and we're going to break it all down. But first, where are you guys representing Dodgers Nation from today? Give me those city zip codes down below in the comment section. But what a win for your Los Angeles Dodgers. They get it done. They're now 33-23 on the year, and the Padres lost today, so they pick up a game on San Diego. The Giants were idle, so they pick up a half game on the Giants, and they go on the road to play those Atlanta Braves. So we have so much to get into on this one. Mike A. Vasquez wants me to read his first comment. I must have missed it. Let me see right here. Let me look up. But you guys are firing away. Welcome to the show, guys. Let's go, Dodgers. And by the way, I love the new Dodger strategy today because they're 7-13 in one-run games this year, by far more than any team in all of Major League Baseball. And they said, hey, you can't lose a one-run game if you're up by 10, and they had an 11-1 lead after that first inning. But yo, D-Mac from my man Anthony Keene. We got Daniel Soto, heavy breathe. Oh, my mic must have been on. Okay, sorry. Let's go Dodgers, hot mic. Don't worry, guys. You don't have to interrupt me. I'm not. Never mind. Hey, we got Bellinger, 3-0 swing, grand slam. Jay Cruz, 22, belly bomb from Daniel DeLeon. We got what up, Dougie? What up, Moose? From the 10-32. We got that was fun. We got Blue Heaven from the 7-1-3. All right, that's what I'm talking about. Here we go. Let's see here. Make sure I got my comments. All right, there we go. We got Atlanta Braves got PTSD from this game. Okay, that was your comment. I liked it. Atlanta PTSD. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that was just an explosive inning for the Dodgers to come out, set the tone, and say, look, enough's enough. We're sick of scoring 3 runs in those one-run games. But the reality is the Dodgers just poured it on today. And then Walker Buehler gave up a couple of home runs. That's a little concerning. But how about the RBI for Butane there? We're going to get into that in just a second. But let's run off some comments here. Heck yeah, nice to see the bats wake up. That's from Doom Sal. We got Hi Dodger fans from Ellie Lopez. Yeah, wait a second here, guys. We got, I've been waiting for that belly bomb. That's from Diane Schroeder. Yeah, I mean, I think you're absolutely right on that, Diane. Everyone's been waiting on that belly bomb. And Cody Bellinger has such a big impact on this Dodger team. You see it out there. It's his presence, it's his vibe, and most importantly, it's his productivity. And they needed that in the worst way. And I think that he's really an underrated glue guy. I mean, Cody Bellinger has been so big for the Dodgers for so many years. Since 2017, when he entered that Dodgers starting lineup, the Dodgers have gone 298 and 169. That's good for a 638 win percentage. When he's not in the starting lineup since 2017, they've gone 67 and 53 for a 550 win percentage. So you see that impact with Cody Bellinger in the game. It's almost like, hey, did people forget that the Dodgers were out without their MVP after playing just 4 games? He misses 2 months and he comes back, and I saw saw last night. Like I said, it was a bummer to lose yesterday, but the Michelada half-full take yesterday was it was nice to see Cody Bellinger line that one into center off Reyes there late in the game and just find a way to have an impact, and you saw that today. He's hitting the ball hard. I think it seems like every time he's making contact, it's over 100 miles per hour plus off the bat. So I'm very excited about Cody Bellinger. And don't forget, what year is it, guys? It's 2021. That's an odd year, and that usually bodes well for Belly. But here we go. Did the Dodgers win? Juanita, let me tell you, they definitely did. So let's go Dodgers. 5 grand slams this year from Mike, and Belly bombs are back. Belly and Mookie are back. That's from Deborah Young. How you doing tonight, Deborah Young? Yes, I mean, that's the other massive takeaway from tonight's action is Mookie Betts 3 for 4 for the Mookster. That was great to see. Mookie Betts 3 for 4 today, and that is the most pleasant sight, really. That and Cody Bellinger having a great night tonight, too, because Mookie Betts, you know that he's been getting close. He's been struggling, and but then just like Cody Bellinger, he's hitting the ball hard. When you start hitting the ball hard, that means you're on your way out of the slumpville. And you saw today he comes through 2 hits in the same inning. That had to feel great for Marcus Lynn Betts, Mr. MLB himself. Heading into tonight's action, he was hitting 247. After tonight, those 3 hits, that average goes up all the way to 264. So let's not forget, it's only a few months plus into the season, game 56, and there's a lot of time to get those numbers where you want them. And Mookie Betts, I'm telling you, this guy's too big of a star. I've told you again and again, the last thing I'm going to do is worry about Mookie Betts unless he has a serious injury, anything like that. Mookie Betts is still in the prime of his career. He's 28 years old, won't turn 29 until October 7th. So this guy has a lot of fantastic elite baseball left in him. But how'd you guys feel about Mookie Betts? Who is your player of the game? Sometimes it's obvious, sometimes it's not. But either way, I need your player of the game down below in the comments section. I think it's pretty obvious, but who knows? You could say Mookie Betts going 3 for 4, setting the tone in that inning with that ground rule double right off Martinez. And Martinez, he was fantastic heading into this outing. He took a no-hitter into the 7th. He took a no-hitter into the 7th inning. And you saw what happened today because he took that no-hitter into a game against the Arizona Diamondbacks. Well, the Los Angeles Dodgers, they're not the Arizona Diamondbacks. Let me tell you that. When this offense is humming and they're firing on all cylinders, this offense can't be stopped. I mean, they still, even though you've seen their struggles, they're still averaging 5.16 runs per game. That's first in the National League, third in average at 241, first in on-base percentage at 338. And, this Dodgers offense, I really feel a real spark after today. But Belly and Mookie are back. We got belly bombs from Craig Osterberg over on YouTube. What's up, my man? We got What Up? We got The Bats Are Back, baby. Doug, we got the 818 Mookie starting to cook. That's from Almeida. I like that. Let's play that fire sound. You're talking about people starting to cook, so got to get you on that one. There we go. Imagine being late to this game. LOL. Anthony Keene. That's a great point. I think that they almost mentioned it, and it's like the famous Vin Scully line, right, about the seats getting warm, and they've already scored a lot of runs. And you saw that today, and it was really, really fantastic to see that this offense come out and set the tone after last night scoring 2 runs and falling short. And it looked like last night we were going to get our first taste of some real Mookie magic in front of fans at Dodger Stadium. Unfortunately, O'Neill, he made a really great catch on it, and the Dodgers were denied. But tonight, a different story, and it's all about winning series, and that's exactly what the Dodgers did. This Cardinals team, a very good team, 31 wins, and a lot of talent, a lot of stars over in St. Louis. But the Dodgers, they showed today why they're the class of the NL, because that offense, it's relentless. And when they're really starting to fire on all cylinders, when things start to click up and down that lineup, they're really unstoppable, especially with the growth that we've seen with Gavin Lux. And Chris Taylor is having one of his best years of his career. Actually, this is the best year of his career, even better than 2017. He's on his way to making an all-star team. So you're seeing the depth, you're seeing it. And then Cody Bellinger, really, he's the wild card. I gave you the number with Cody Bellinger in that Dodgers lineup. To me, he's such a difference maker. Defensively, it was nice to see him sliding out there, belly first down out there in center field. It was nice to see him getting that back going tonight. But yeah, let's go. Roberts is a dope manager. If we broke and somebody got this little pop up on my thing here. There we go. If we broke an unwritten rule, I'm sure he wouldn't care. I like that. Interesting. Do you think so? I think maybe. I think for some things, I think he'd be cool with it. I think that he's definitely a combination of old school and new age in the same sense. But, yeah, Uceta got 10 clean outs. That's a great point, Justin. And you saw that today when Edwin Uceta, he has the talent. He's a little green, a little raw still, but you see he has the potential of being a starter, a number 3 starter potentially for the Dodgers. He's got that changeup, and when it's on, it is filthy. And you saw today he was out there. Yes, of course, it's pretty nice to pitch with a cushion like that. And he really pitched okay before he hung that 2-seamer against Duvall a couple weeks ago. And if it weren't for that Sheldon Noisy error, maybe he's not in that same situation, and we start talking about him a little more. And the Dodgers, they only scored 2 runs that game against the Marlins. But Edwin, you said it tonight, he ends up going 2 innings, has a punch-out, 26 pitches, 18 for strikes. Walker Buehler, by the way, Walker Buehler is the only pitcher this year for the Dodgers that has pitched in that's gone at least 6 innings in each of his starts. So he's been really a workhorse. He's been consistent. And yeah, I mean, I'm waiting for that big punch-out game, for that massive punch-out game where Walker Buehler is giving you 15 plus strikeouts, things of like that. But his high this year is actually I think 10 punch-outs against the Cincinnati Reds. But he ends up going 6 innings tonight, gives up 3 runs on 7 hits, had 8 punch-outs, did give up 2 bombs, that one to Goldschmidt there in the top of the first inning, left that heater up, 94 miles per hour. But he ends up going 21 for 27 on first pitch strikes and 17 missed bats tonight for Walker Buehler. So that's what you want to see. You want to see those swinging strikes. You want to see him get ahead in the count. And you saw that tonight. And I think that it was a really good night for Walker Buehler, who went out there, took care of business, and I was really impressed with him with the stick. Now, I jokingly picked him to hit a home run tonight because, of course, he hit that bomb against St. Louis, but he did get that base hit, and he was raking on that one, got 2 RBIs, and in the 4th inning, it was just a nice hit. He hit that double right there to shallow right field. That scored Chris Taylor and Gavin Lux, and that made it 13-2 LA. So help yourself right there. Walker Buehler getting that hit, man. It was nice to see him dunking on him. And like I said, when your pitcher's dunking on him, hitting doubles, it's a great night for you if you're the Los Angeles Dodgers. But he didn't hit the home run, but Belly did. LA, of course, Mookie's bat is waking up. That's from Diane Schroeder. Bakersfield, California in the house. Belly also has his MVP stance too, Lord Quintana. I was paying close attention to that, and he looks comfortable, and he does have a stance right now that is very reminiscent of the stance he had in 2019. And you're seeing his setup, you're seeing it's a little open but not really, and really it's about just getting his rhythm and attacking pitches, and you saw that today. For some reason, this keeps going off. But here we go. Will Smith playing third or Jock playing first. Yeah, I mean, that was pretty interesting. Yeah, I mean, that's from Justin Lamas. What's up, Doug? That's from Brian Langerman over there. We got, how do you think the games are going to be when they go versus the Braves? I mean, the Dodgers can take care of business against the Atlanta Braves. Of course, Acuna is definitely right in the thick of it with the MVP, but they're missing some guys. But how you doing tonight, Doug? That's from Ike over on YouTube. I'm doing great, man, especially after the Dodgers put 14 runs up on that St. Louis team after only scoring 2 yesterday. I feel fantastic, to be honest with you. Tell your brother stop making errors. Now he made one at third base. I assume you're talking about Will Smith. And look, man, I'm going to hit up my bro after this. I'll talk to him, and I'll set him straight. If he's going to go out there and play third base, we got Dan Matson, hey, from Queen Creek, Arizona. What up, Dan Matson? Let's go, Dodgers. You know what it is. Show me some love, fan, from Dan Serrano. There's the love for you. Belly is back from Mikan. It was great to see them hold the lead for a change. Anthony Keene, that's a great point. I was a little reluctant to start, showing that hubris, getting a little cocky there, because remember what happened? They blew the 7-1 lead to the San Diego Padres early in the year. They blew the lead against the Angels, where that they made that one a little too interesting. So yeah, of course, fortunately with this team, the roller coaster season it's been, I'm definitely with you too. No lead is safe in Major League Baseball, but got to give a lot of credit when you got your ace. And like I said, Walker Buehler still is, in my opinion, the ace of the Los Angeles Dodgers. Because if the question is who do you want out there with one game, he's my guy. You're gonna feel good. You're gonna feel good about that. And then also, like you guys mentioned earlier in the show, Edwin Uceta coming out there taking care of business. It was nice to see guys like Alex Vesia go out there and get 3 punch-outs, striking out the side. That was big for Alex Vesia, because Vesia, he struggled with command. He's a guy that sometimes can't find the strike zone, and it was nice to see him throw 14 pitches, 11 for strikes. For Vesia, 3 for 3 on first pitch strikes. Then Uceta, 2 innings. So, like I said, they try to get the incredible bulk out of him, right? If he's a middle guy, if they're doing the bullpen games, if he's in there, it's usually to go as a long man, 2 innings or more. And then Walker Buehler, who gets the win tonight. He just doesn't lose decisions, does he? Walker Buehler, he gets the win tonight, improves to, I think, 4-0 on the year. 6 innings strong, 103 pitches, 78 for strikes. I really like what I saw out of Walker Buehler. Him and Trevor Bauer, you want to see him cut down on those home runs, but like I said, you'll live with those home runs if the offense is humming like it is, if they're keeping guys off base and they're not walking guys. Like I said, it gives up the solo shot in the second pitch of the game to Paul Goldschmidt, and you're sitting there thinking, like, man, they get a run in the first after scoring 2. This could be a long night at Dodger Stadium. But no, it was a long night for the St. Louis Cardinals, especially in the bottom of that first inning. So let's get to that first inning, but first, let's knock out some comments, do a little rapid fire, guys. Keep coming with your comments. Keep coming with those fire Dodger takes like you always do, and we'll keep giving to them. I love how Z-Mac and Belly are back. Yeah, Mike, that's big. They should have saved home runs for Friday. Anthony Keene. Dodgers lineup is so raw on paper that Belly's value is underrated. How crazy is that? I mean, you're absolutely right. I mean, most teams get a MVP back like Cody Bellinger, and they're throwing parades. They're getting excited. It almost felt like it was almost an afterthought in some capacity with the Dodgers with how many stars they have. But I think the reason for that, though, is last year Bailey did have a down year in the regular season, in the postseason too. But he had so many big moments with the catches, the robbing of Fernando Tatis Jr. and Fernando Tatis Jr. and all the defensive plays he made really throughout, and then the big home runs. Of course, no one can forget the bomb he hit in Game 7, the atomic belly bomb heard around the world, as I like to call it. D-Mac is a local treasure. Recognize that. What up, Dan? Right back at you, man. I don't know about that, but thanks. I appreciate it. Belly, Mookie going to right field now. Julio down by the schoolyard. That's a fantastic point too. When we know Mookie Betts when he's really, his patented hit is that rope down the left field line. But when he's going to all fields, he's more of a complete hitter, has less holes that you can attack him at, less holes in his swing and less places you can attack him in. And that's a great adjustment that he's made at the plate. And that's one of the biggest reasons why I wasn't overly concerned with Mookie Betts' struggles early in the year. Because he's a workhorse. He's the first guy to arrive. He's the last guy to leave. He puts in the time, and he's a guy that sets a standard for himself. This guy can Rubik's Cube. This guy can bowl 300. This guy can dunk a basketball. There's nothing this guy can't do pretty much in life. I mean, he's a Disney character. He's a Disney character. This guy can do it all. So he expects a lot from himself, and I know that he's going to put in the work to get things right. And I think Mookie Betts is primed to go on a tear. And Mookie Betts, you saw tonight, he looked like he was feeling good at the plate. He's looking, I don't know if he was a little banged up. I don't want to make excuses for the guy, because if he's telling me he's healthy, I'm going to think that he's healthy, okay? I'm not going to, and maybe, his allergies were acting up. Maybe Cody hooked up with some of that Flonase, and he went in there and he did his thing. So it was great to see. And Mookie's aggressive base running. Raiders, great point there. It's when he's feeling good, he's aggressive. You saw there in the bottom of the first inning, going in there and scoring early on that on the single by Justin Turner. So he was able to score on that, get the first run of the game. And that is what he does. He's the catalyst. He's the tone setter. He goes up there and he scores runs. And that's exactly what he did tonight. So that is what you want out of Mookie Betts. Of course, there's been some talk. Maybe you move him up and down that lineup. No, he's had most of his success as a leadoff hitter. That's where he feels comfortable. That's where he does the most damage, and he got back to that tonight. Shelly Pop, Mookie just needed Bellinger, Anthony King, Cubs scratched our back. We scratched theirs. I like that line. I like that one. And you're absolutely right. We totally did. We hooked him up, and fly the W up in the Chi-Town. There we go. Brian Gax, what up? Madres got swept. All right, there we go. Chris is super underrated. 10 walks and 3 errors. St. Louis tied the bow on the victory. That's from Kevin over on Facebook. Off day for Munch. LOL. Cody Bomb Bellinger. I like that. Cody Bomb Bellinger. Cody Bomb Bellinger. I got to work on pronouncing it, but I like where you're going with that. I'm feeling that. Not worried about him. He's not worried about him. He's never another great year despite missing a couple of months. Bellinger's bat is starting to wake up. We need bullpen arms. Call up Josiah Gray. That's from J Cruz 22. Hannibal Hector. Thank you, Ty Webb, for the batting practice in the first inning. LOL. Deborah Young, you can always count on CT3 to come through in a pinch. Will Smith, left field win. That's from Dr. Cannibal. Yeah, I think you might see that too. I mean, he has played it. I definitely want to see some of these guys get opportunities. There we go. I definitely want to see Will Smith as he continues to improve as a hitter. I'm definitely not against it. Once McKinstry gets back on track, getting our first place back. That's from Doom Sal YouTube over on YouTube. Board Game Man, Bueller 4-0, love it. Yeah, we got no mo FOMO, but Bueller has been giving up a lot of hits. And yeah, he hasn't been at his best, and you're absolutely right on that. Walker Bueller hasn't been at his best, and he has been giving up the hits. And today he gave up 2 home runs, and you're seeing. Last year, he averaged 5.9 hits per 9 innings. This year, 6.6 hits per 9 innings. The home runs per 9, 1.3 this year. They were at 1.7 last year. So, look, I mean, his numbers are very similar to what they were the year before. It's just the punch outs per 9. This year, 8.7. So, I think you're going to start to get it. I think you're going to start to see him punch more guys out. His velo has been a little down. His velo's been a little down, but I'm not too concerned about him either. I mean, the good thing about him is he definitely looks like he's in here for the long haul this season. He's stayed healthy. The blister hasn't been an issue. I think that he was on a better offseason program. The way he was being ramped up, it didn't seem like he was far behind like he has in some years past. And it's just a matter of really just putting it all together for a complete season. And if you look at last year, he averaged 96.8 miles per hour on that 4-seam fastball. This year, heading into tonight, he was averaging 95.3 miles per hour on that heater. So that's definitely something that I'm paying close attention to because he's still extremely young, and you don't want to see him have any decline in velo. Maybe he had such an intense postseason last year with those extra games. Maybe Walker Buehler is still just kind of working his way back into his absolute 100% peak prime like he was last year. But, yeah, I still feel really good about Walker Buehler. I think that his best baseball is ahead of him this season. But Don Kim, what up, D-Mac? What a game. What up, Don Kim? Let's go Dodgers. Buehler with the bat. Yeah, that was really cool to see Buehler get that hit like that. There we go. Gavin Lux did good, too. That's from Ellie Lopez. Yeah, Gavin Lux has been fantastic. I mean, he's just out here consistently getting hits, and really his hit really started to open the game, and they were just cruising really after that. He was able to actually make it a second. He ends up going 1 for 4 tonight, but a big hit in a big spot. It was nice to see Zach McKinstry get his first hit since coming off the IL. But, a couple more. He borrowed Urias' bat. I like that. I like that one right there from the big Palooka. Talking about Walker Buehler. It felt good to see Zach McKinstry get a hit today. Exactly. Barnes, third base. Will Smith, second base. Keibert Ruiz at catcher. I like that. Stanton, California in the house. Board Game Man. Ozuna, big loss for Atlanta. That's from Robert Rocha. Braves pitching is shaky, not as strong as the playoffs. It really hasn't been. Another Yumbo Yak. That's from Board Game Man. That was nice. It came in a little late there, but we definitely got it. What up, Dougie? The Dodgers crushed it tonight. That's from Tina G-Man over on Facebook. What up, Tina G-Man? There we go. Let's see, guys. Here we go. We got Padres got swept. Ha ha ha. Yeah, man. I mean, and also I think Tatis didn't play today too, right? Solo homers is okay, exactly. Go Blazers. We got Bellinger has had his fair share with walks too. Love seeing the Pods take an L. Yeah, it's great. Mookie alert. That's from Tyler Randall. Braulio Estrada Jr. Vesia seems high-strung all the time. I worry about him pitching in big moments when the game is on the line, but I have faith he can come through consistently. I mean, you see the talent there. I mean, he does have some pretty filthy stuff. It's just about command and finding that strike zone and being consistent and getting ahead of hitters and not falling behind in counts. But he definitely has that miss-bat stuff. He can really punch guys out. It's very intriguing. He's still really raw. He's a guy that might be able to benefit for some extra time down in AAA, but look, I mean, when you see how great of a year that Floro has been having with Miami, you kind of second-guess that deal by Andrew Freeman, but we'll see. We'll see when everyone gets healthy if he can contribute. It was a nice game. Maybe he can build upon his outing today. I believe Dodgers took a run differential leader in the NL West today soon. Soon will be first. That's from Joseph Cecina over on Periscope. Yeah. We go. We got that, I mean, anytime you score 14 runs and allow 3, that's going to really boost up those run differential stats. So that you definitely got to love that. Dodgers sitting at plus 72 today, and they'll definitely pass the Padres, who are at a plus 80. So that's definitely a number you look at when you're talking about the success and evaluating how good a team is, and it's definitely a number that you want to have. Mookie is still the straw that stirs the drink. That's from Gregory. I like that one. Floor got swept. Who gets sent? Here. Oh, here we go. I said, don't worry about him. No Reggie quotes, please. My man back in the lineup this weekend will make the bench even stronger. We got now that's how you play Dodger baseball. We got some emojis from Diana over on Facebook. Go Blue Bellies heating up for Mendez. Diego Reyna. This is what our offense looks like when healthy. And need I remind you that's not even without the NLCS MVP and the World Series MVP Corey Seager. So just imagine this lineup when Corey Seager gets back and everyone starts rolling. Don't forget about A.J. Pollock. I mean, there's so much firepower in this lineup. Like I said, the Death Star will be fully operational when the time is right. And hopefully Cody Bellinger, Corey Seager, who was running the bases today, he looks like he's working his way back. He's doing his rehab, and they're going to need him back. And shout out to the Mavericks for keeping the Slippers winless at Staples from Anthony Keene. Oh, did the Clippers lose? That's what I'm talking about, man. Yeah, I mean, Taylor Swift in the banner. Taylor Swift has a banner and not the Clippers. Let's just keep it that way is all I got to say about that. So has Trevs. Yeah. Isn't that how Walker works, though? A slow build-up. Also, this is a slow build-up. I'll take that any day, LOL. Backup T1. Yeah, like I was saying, this to me is all about the process of Walker Buehler, and it's all about him peaking in the postseason. You know he's going to put this team on his back in big spots when it matters most, and that is in October. So, yeah, I mean, you definitely want to see that, and that's why I'm not worried about it. He's out there. He's still winning games. Roach, I called Belly's home run. That's for my man. Roach, props to you. I also did, too. Look at the promo. I mean, I said Walker Buehler, but I also said on the promo I had Belly hitting his first belly bomb of the year today. And look, man, it feels pretty good because I haven't been hitting those at all for the entire season. I'm pretty sure that was my first called shot of the year. But, hey, 1 for 56 ain't bad, right? Now we just need Trevor to get a hit. That's from Diego Reyna. Yeah, man. Hey, man, the Dodger pitchers rake. I mean, we always know Clayton Kershaw can get you a hit. We always know that Urias is pretty nice with the stick. But, yeah, we need someone to go deep like Hyunjin Ryu did a few years ago in 2019. I want to see that. Doug, let's welcome Belly back. That's from Jonathan Robles. Gluehead, can we talk about how happy Albert looks? That's from Gluehead. Yeah, I noticed that too after Buehler hit that double. No one loves doing the celebrations, the hit celebrations more than Albert Pujols. Whether it be the barrels overrated or the dunking on him, you notice his face is lighting up. He's smiling from ear to ear. He looks like he's having the time of his life, and it's just great to see. In his first year with the real baseball team in Los Angeles, his first month or so, he looks like he's having a great time, and he's producing. I mean, last week you had 3 home runs in 3 games. If it weren't for Tauchman, man, I'm still pissed about that. Home run derby, Art Hudson. Can't wait for Seager and Pollock to come back. We got watch more football scores from the rising Dodgers. I like that. Julio down by the schoolyard. We got Elder Juan, a little cheeseburger. Not sure why you posted that, but I love cheeseburgers. Gavin caught me off guard for sure. We got, IB Strogan from YouTube. Round of applause for John Chief Myers mentioned during the broadcast. Native Pride hooking up with $5. That's what I'm talking about. Appreciate that. Here we go. There we go. All right. Doug, where do you see the Dodgers in the next few weeks in the standings? That's from Jonathan Robles. I mean, to me, I think this Dodgers team is ready to go on another run. I mean, you saw they took 12 of 13 after going 15 for 20. You saw a little bit of a slide here, but I think that is due in large part to, one, you were playing a desperate San Francisco Giants team that was trying to make something of their season, because if they had gotten swept by the Dodgers this time around, they could be a seller really quickly. And you're also seeing them work guys back in the lineup, guys like Cody Bellinger and Zach McKinstry. And look, you got to give the starting pitching staff a lot of credit. They've carried the Dodgers this entire season, but a couple months in, they were due for some clunkers with Julio Urias and Clayton Kershaw. Walker Buehler didn't have his best outing his last time out. But still, these guys have been phenomenal for the Dodgers all year. So, you look, I mean, at some point, you got to pick them up on games where they don't have their best stuff like they did for the offense for so many weeks. So, I wasn't concerned about that. And then you're working guys back in like Cody Bellinger. You'll take some of those bumps and bruises early on because you see how it paid off tonight. Zach McKinstry, he gets 2 RBIs, gets his first hit. Cody Bellinger, 6 RBIs. 6 RBIs. Set a Dodger record in the first inning there with the grand slam, and he had the other 2 RBIs too. But as far as this Dodger team, look, you're going on the road. They're playing the Braves for a 3-game set. They play Pittsburgh for a 3-game set. Then Texas. It'll be nice to come home, play the Texas Rangers. And then 3 against Philly. They're going to at Arizona. And then June 21st, 22nd, and 23rd, it is going to be the Padres again. So look about that's going to be fun. That'll be exciting. And then they host Chicago, the Chicago Cubs, on the 24th, 25th, and 26th. Actually, a 4-game set there. And then 2 with the Giants. So I like that. This is a schedule that you go on the road to play Atlanta. That could be difficult. I think the Dodgers take 2 of 3. I think it's all about winning these series, really. And the Dodgers, when they're healthy, they have the weapons and they have the depth to just beat any team in an entire series. Like Ned Colletti always likes to say, there's too much depth. There's too many outs in a game to beat this Dodger team. So here we go. Roach, I'm dying to go to Rancho to see future Dodger legend Diego Cartaya. Man, he is a tear, man. He's going to take this league by storm. I'm telling you, at this point, maybe that's why we saw Will Smith. Maybe that's why we saw Will Smith at the hot corner today. They got Diego Cartaya. They're like, who cares how old he is? Let's put him behind the dish and see what this kid can do, because he looks like a real star. He looks like a potential phenom. And then what do you do with Keibert Ruiz? I still feel deep in my heart that Keibert Ruiz, even though he said he could play first base and other positions, is his bat good enough? I mean, it's different when you're evaluating his bat as a catcher. It's a plus. Does he have a plus bat as a first baseman? That's a different story. I think personally, the Dodgers have to cash in on him one way or the other, because look, the longer you keep him, you don't know if he can sustain an injury. You don't know if his stock is going to drop. So it's really interesting. So Maura O'Brien, what a game tonight! So many hits. Way to go, Dodgers! Just an added note, whether Pujols plays or not, I love his energy. Whenever he smiles, it makes me happy. Maura O'Brien, you sound like a person that smiles like all day long. So it's great that you're loving him, and I think it's fantastic what he's doing with this Dodger team. You see his impact. You see his presence. He just has this larger-than-life presence in that Dodgers dugout and in the clubhouse. So it's great to see. And then the icing on the cake is that he still hits dingers and he still hits bombs, and that's really the most important thing. But I think I know that it isn't all Lux can do. Oh, okay, little sidebar. Justin Llama, San Diego. We'll see what San Diego will see what they're made of. Tons of Chicago and New York on their schedule. That's from Justin Lamas. Yeah, I looked at their schedule. Not the easiest schedule as well. So we'll see how they handle that. And you see Blake Snell is pretty much getting shelled at this point. And Fernando Tatis Jr., how healthy is he? He wins Player of the Month for the month of May. He was fantastic, but yeah, he's a great player. Doug, I love how the Dodgers played small ball. I have always said small ball wins. That's from Jonathan Robles. Deborah Young, now we need to come through in those one-run games. Yeah, Deborah Young, I mean, that's a good point. I just put out something on the Dodgers Nation YouTube channel about why the Dodgers are losing those one-run games. Head over to youtube.com/DodgersNationTV, and what you'll find is a combination of factors from ice-cold bats to young, inexperienced relievers to sometimes you get the occasional clunker. The Kershaw game where he gives up five runs, gives up 2 home runs. That was a one-run loss. So it's, you know, there's plenty of pieces, plenty of slices of blame pie to go around in these one-run losses. But last year the Dodgers, they were 7-5 in one-run games. And the Dodgers, they've scored more 2-out runs than any team in baseball. Gavin Lux and Max Muncy doing work in that department as well. So, look, this Dodger team, they know how to score runs, and it's just a matter of, look, you had guys in big spots, guys like the Garrett Clevingers, the Mitchell Whites, giving up the bomb to Baez in Chicago, or you got Clevinger and Mitchell White blowing the game in Milwaukee. And the reality is some of these games, the Dodgers offense should have produced more runs because they made a lot of mediocre pitchers look like they're future Hall of Famers, and that's also been a big issue. But no Seager or Pollock. Yeah, Roger Kennard. Is that we got Joe Kelly is fully recovered from the cyst behind his shoulder, as shown by his plus fastball velocity last night. Roger, the Los Angeles Dodger. Look, I don't want to talk about Joe Kelly's fastball. I want to talk about the leg kick on his on his stance when he was in the box with the stick, because that was pretty awesome. I love to see that leg kick right there from Joe Kelly. I love to see relievers bat in general. But, yeah, no, you're absolutely right, Roger Kennard. Hit the velo, you're seeing it in the high 90s. And you mix that with his off-speed stuff and get you those ground ball outs, he can really turn into the weapon that we thought he was when we signed him after he just exploded in the 2018 World Series, going 11 scoreless innings, and he was just fantastic for the Boston Red Sox. The Dodgers saw firsthand how effective he was, and we'll see. Last year, in LA, can he produce? Can he be that guy that can come in high leverage moments? Not a lot of people give him enough credit, I think, for coming through. Everyone's talking about how he, of course, gave up the slammy to old friend Kendrick in the NLDS against the Nats, but he did also come through where he was like strategically walking Tatis and Machado in Game 2 of the NLDS in 2020 to get Hosmer to ground out. I think that was some mad scientist work by Joe Kelly, knowing he didn't even have his best stuff. So I want to see him do great. I want to see him pitch well because, look, man, he's the wild thing. He's crazy Joe Kelly, and I mean that in the best sense possible. And everyone is a big fan of the guy. He's popular with his teammates. And, yeah, I really want to see him do well, and I hope you're right. Doug, you're a psychic calling that belly bomb. Hey, I mean, Diane Schroeder, I appreciate it, but Roach also did. I'm sure some of you also did. And like I said, I think I'm 1 for 56. I think I might have had a Muncie mash in there that I got lucky with. But it's always funny when you call your shot. It's like you always want to pick the guy who just hit the home run, thinking maybe he'll hit another one the second night or something like that. But you just never know. Yeah, be sure to go to our Twitter page before every game to call your shot right under that. It's always fun because you can point to be like, hey man, I'm a psychic, like Diane Schroeder said. Bluester, Bueller has looked as sharp as last year. Bueller hasn't looked as sharp as last year. A lot of hard hit balls. I know he's winning, but scary. Bluester, you're definitely onto something. I agree with you 100%. He doesn't look as sharp as he was last year when he was at his best, but he's avoided injury. He's still in the process of peaking when the time is right. He's still producing, and like I said, you're getting 6 innings out of Walker Buehler every single time this season. And heading into tonight, his last 3 starts, he'd given up a run or one run. He had only allowed 1 run or fewer in each of his last 3 starts. So he's been largely effective, but he set the bar so high for himself that when we see him, we're seeing tight pants butane just do his thing, and you're seeing him just tightrope his way out of a bases loaded jam by striking out the side, doing things that most pitchers in this league can't do because he has so much talent. He's so explosive that I mean, if he's not ridiculous, getting those double-digit punch-out games, it almost look like there's something off about him. But I think that I still think that he's grinding through some stuff, and he's like I said, his best baseball is ahead of him, and I think that we can all agree. Like Game 163, like Game 3 of the 2018 World Series. I mean, until we make it to the postseason and he's not that guy, then I'm not going to change my opinion. Then I'll change my opinion on Walker Buehler. If he goes and he falters in the postseason, but until then, I still got to call him the guy, and I still call him the ace of the staff because the bottom line is he's proved it. He's proven it. Guys like Trevor Bauer, I love me some Trevor Bauer. He has never been as dominant as Walker Buehler has in the postseason. So that's why he is without any question, without even thinking about it for a split second, Walker Buehler is the ace of the Los Angeles Dodgers. And like I said, you'll see when, he's still producing, but he hasn't pitched his best baseball. The velo down a tick, but I still think that, I think for him, you just want to keep trusting his off-speed stuff, too. He has a great arsenal of pitches that he can go to generate outs with. It's not always about just punching guys out, but that's what he likes to do. That's what he says he likes to do. He likes getting those punchies. But just say no to bandwagoning. I don't know. Sometimes just read the comments without any context. I love it. Gabby Garcia over on YouTube. Doug, hello from San Diego. Love today's game. Go Dodgers. Go Dodgers, Gabby. We got Dodgers. We got let Albert retire a Dodger, William Bloxon. I mean, I think Albert, the fun he's having, all the runs I really think there's a chance that he goes into Cooperstown wearing a Dodgers hat. What do you guys think the chances of that are? Give me your percentage chances of Albert Pujols wearing a Dodgers hat in Cooperstown. Let me know. No, I'm just playing. They're less than zero, of course, but wouldn't that be the funniest thing ever? Anthony Keene, the series with Atlanta is going to be huge. Imagine if they hit their stride. Let's take back first. Yeah, that's what it's all about right now, is continuing to work through this season that was really at one point they were just completely decimated by so many injuries. That injury bug just sank its teeth into the Dodgers early on this year. It took one of our best starters in Dustin May, a lot of relievers. I mean, so many players on that IL, but you get a guy like Bellinger back. You get a guy like Zach McKinstry that was on a tear before he went down in his super utility man role, and you start to really feel good about where things are headed for this team. But, let's get into this game real quick. Let's see here. Bottom of the first inning. I kind of want to break down that first inning, get you guys' takes on it. Bottom of the first inning. Mookie Betts hits a ground rule double to right. Then Muncy walked, because of course he did. He's Max Muncy, Munsee, of course. And then runner on first and second. Turner singled to left, scoring Betts and Muncy. Scoring Betts, and then Muncy advanced to second. And then Muncy was safe at third after an error by the catcher, and then Belly singled to deep right, scoring Muncy and Turner, making it 3-0 Dodgers. And then Chris Taylor, he takes a walk. Then Gavin Lux, he singled all the way to deep center, goes as a single. Belly scored on the throwing error by Sosa. Lux advanced to second. Taylor was safe at third on the error, and then McKinstry singled to right, scoring Taylor and Lux, making it 6-1 LA. And then Betts singled to left for his second hit of the inning. That was great. That scored McKinstry to make it 7-1 Dodgers. Second hit of the inning for Mookie Betts. And then Muncy flied out for the second out. JT walked. And then Cody Bellinger, a 367-foot belly bomb for his first homer of the year. That made it 11-1 Los Angeles. And the route was on. So how much fun was that first inning, guys? Let me know down below in the comments. Give me your predictions for the Atlanta series, too. Will they take 2 of 3? Will they sweep the ATL? Will we give Atlanta the ATL, right? I mean, this is going to be a revenge game for them after they blew a 3-1 lead. So, Roach, Ruiz is 100% trade bait. I'm with you on that one. Same page in it up right there. But it was my first place. I had a Tommy Berger. We got Roger Kennard. If every team in Major League Baseball gets fully healthy, they will all win 90-plus games except for 8 teams. Yeah, I mean, I like it, though. I like it. I mean, I like to see teams competing. I like to see division races. And right now, it's looking that way. A lot of teams kind of middle of the pack. A lot of teams trying to figure it out. It's amazing the Mets have the lead they have in the NL East after everything they've been through. So, yeah, it was. I like it. I mean, how do you guys feel? Do you guys like these division races? But yeah, it was nice to see Cody Bellinger. By the way, I mean, imagine Jake Woodford. He comes in relief of Martinez there, and he hits that bomb. It was 103.8 miles per hour off the bat, and yeah, that was just great to see, man. Doug, how nice was it to see the Killer Bees in action? Bueller, Belly, and Bet stand up. It was fantastic. No, it was great. And look, I think that Belly and Mookie, they have a little connection, and I think that having Belly back in the lineup kind of has excited Mookie Betts in the sense that, look, he's an MVP, I'm an MVP. We're two guys that are capable of carrying this offense. You from the left side, me from the right side, and I definitely think that he's given him a little life. But here we go. We got Anthony Garcia. Hopefully, we'll keep the momentum going against the Braves. We got Anthony Keene. I think Ruiz got to be traded. I think that the question is, what do you trade him for? Is it you kind of wait to see how these injuries play out? I mean, do you go for a position player? Do you go for a starter? Do you go for a super elite reliever? I mean, it's like Roger Kennard pointed out, there are teams that when healthy can win 90-plus games in Major League Baseball. So will there be as many sellers with teams in contention this year? Remember, there's no expanded playoffs this year. You can try to get into that wild card game, but it'll be interesting to see, and I think that we kind of have to see how it's going to play out in the next few weeks. But hopefully we will keep the moment. We got Cubs look tough from William Bloxon. Yeah, I mean, the Cubs are a good team. I mean, I almost think that the Cubs are a team that their front office is like, damn, we're winning. All right, I guess we can't have a fire sale because that's probably what's best for their team. But look, if you look at the Cubs, 21-10 at home, 11-13 on the road. So that's something to consider as well. Dodgers 14-13 on the road. They need to prove upon that in this road trip, a little 6-game road trip against a couple NL East teams in the Atlanta Braves and the Pittsburgh Pirates. But Ruben, the Dodgers are weak sauce. Okay, tell that to the Cardinals who are sore right now in that clubhouse after playing a football game against the Dodgers where they lost by a score of 14-3. Wild thing. Dun, 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 dun. Joseph Ruiz. No, we got Joe Kelly, 909 Pride Road. You said it right there. You just don't. The guys from the 909, they're a different breed. They rep hard. They're different cats. You don't mess with them, especially. I mean, those are guys you don't mess with in a street fight. Those are those guys that they're a little crazy. They have a different twinkle in their eye, and they're competitive. And that's why I'm glad that Joe Kelly's on my side. I'll just put it that way. World champions, baby, from William Bloxon. We got Yo Doug. It was cool seeing you on the main show for episode 200. Ryan M. Yo, man, that show is my jam. That's really why I pretty much came to Dodgers Nation, because I'm a big fan of that show by the senior editors, Clint Pasillas and Brooke Smith. Yeah, what day is it? Tuesday? They'll be back on it's Wednesday. So they'll be tomorrow. So catch them live probably earlier. Oh, no, it's a day off tomorrow. So not sure what time they'll go on, but definitely check our Twitter account, our Instagram account for when they're going to go live. It's all good. Jabroni Sausage. What up, D-Mac? It's your guy, Sergio Torres from Twitter. What up, Sergio? Dodgers looking great tonight, and Belly getting his mojo back. Yes, sir. Yeah, man, you said it best. What up, my man, Sergio? And I think that's pretty much been the consensus tonight. By the way, check out got a little Dodgers Nation little cup here. Man, these are sick. They should sell these at Bed Bath & Beyond or something, or I don't know, Target. I don't know where people buy glasses these days. Like for D-Mac, need a World Series 30%. Gregory, Dodger fans, give Doug some love. Hit that like button. Yeah, man, you know what it is. We got 2 of 3 in Atlanta. We got Doug. Atlanta is always a scary team. Jonathan Robles. Yeah, I mean, Atlanta's a team too. They're right in the thick of it in that division. I mean, they're in third place, I believe. I checked before the game. And their team, though, they're under 500 at home. I think they're 14-16, something like that, at home, and they've been kind of just scrapping along right now. So they're a team that definitely does not want to face a Dodger team coming off a 14-run eruption and explosion with some of their best players really starting to get it going. So I think that that's interesting to see. how that will fare. But, yeah, if you're you guys are talking about Ruiz, like I said, I try to steer the conversation. I try to land this ship. I try to steer it. But this is your show. I'm the man of the fan. And we talk about what you guys want to talk about. A lot of you guys talking about Keibert Ruiz. Don't ask me how we got here. But if you were to trade him, would you trade him for a position player, for a starter, or an elite reliever as it applies to this current unit in the 2021 Dodgers? Give me your takes down below. We got Belly swinging 3-0. Love it. Blue magic. I mean, that's what you do, man. You go up there hacking, man, especially when you're a guy like Cody Bellinger. You're not going to give up pitches like that when you're really trying to make up for lost time in a 2021 season where we're trying to have a bounce back year. And, yeah, Cody Bellinger is, look, man, he's a superstar. When he's right, Cody Bellinger is a superstar. When you factor in what he can do with the bat, what he can do with the glove, a true 5-tool player. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I'm a little recency biased, but I'm a little excited about what we saw from Cody Bellinger tonight. Cody Greenlight Bellinger, that's from Julio down the schoolyard. I like that. I like that you guys came with the Cody Bombinger, the Cody Greenlight Bellinger. Anytime you guys got any nicknames, any of that stuff, you know it will be read here on the Dodgers Nation postgame show. Dodgers took dubs. Padres got swept from Jay Torres. It was swept Diego for Chi-Town today. You guys have a podcast? Yeah. Roach always coming with it, man. Any updates on the Catman? So as far as I know, they're continuing to ramp him up, getting him close to that 4 innings mark, that 75 pitches. He's been looking good. You're seeing the strikeouts, and it's coming to a mound near you if you're a Dodger fan. So be on the lookout. Also, what up, Doug? What up, Sky Lopez? This is our time to win. The Padres are losing. Exactly. Noah, Doug, if the Lakers are going down, the Clippers are coming with. Luka Doncic is a different beast. Yeah, I mean, geez, come on, Lakers, get it together. Was not expecting a first-round exit. Anthony King knows this could slide into a Lakers show too, but we got to stay on track here. And really, I don't want those bad vibes right now. I want to talk about the celebration of the Dodgers winning, but hey, we'll see. Brulio, Dodgers for life. What is Tony La Russa going to do about Cody's 3-0 green light? Say that he can't do that again. Yet let Yermin and Cody to their things like ish. There's some profanity. Stop. He has got to let this player have fun. Even as a Dodger fan, it pisses me off. He's that sensitive to not let his player have fun. LMFAO. Yeah, I'm with you 100%. This is a new age, a new breed, a new era. And if guys like the Yerminator want to go up there and hit tanks, then hey, that's your responsibility to get him out. And look, if I'm at a baseball game and I'm sitting in the stands, and that's the one game I go to the year, imagine if I'm in the stands saying, it's bases loaded, Yermin Mercedes is my favorite player in the league, and he's taking on a 3-0. Look, I get the fact that Tony La Russa came out there and claims that he gave him the take sign, right? And I understand that element of it, that doesn't matter what if you agree or disagree with his tactics. If he told you to do something, you should listen to him. But look, why are you telling him that, man? Let guys go out there and get their numbers. I think Trevor Bauer's agent, Rachel Luba, she pointed out that, look, I mean, all these home runs look the same when it comes to arbitration, right? So, look, man, if I'm out there and I'm trying to get these contracts and feed my family, you best believe I'm out there trying to hit tanks. I don't care what the count is. Don't send your weak pitchers, your position players out here, because they will get done up. And you saw Yerminator do it. And, yeah, Tony La Russa probably won't sleep tonight. He's probably punching the air when he sees those Cody Bellinger highlights. Granted, at that juncture of the game, it was still a 7-1 lead. It's more understandable in the first inning. He might be okay with it, but he was also probably a little upset that it was against his former squad, the St. Louis Cardinals. But, yeah, send your condolences to Tony La Russa. Anytime someone swings on 3-0, Tony La Russa cries somewhere. I mean, that's just how it is. That's just how it is. Anytime you see any form of baseball, doesn't matter, I mean, if it's Major League Baseball, Little League, T-ball, if someone swings on 3-0, Tony La Russa cries somewhere in the world. So I think that's just the rule. Man, let's definitely not talk about the Laker game, Anthony Keene. We got there's definitely different energy when Cody the Bopper Bellinger is healthy. The Bopper is the man. Elon Musk needs to send La Russa to Jupiter. You got to finish him for that one. I think that worked today. There we go. There's just a different energy when Cody Bellinger. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it is a different energy. It's a different vibe out there. But let's get to the rest of this game just so we don't miss anything, and then keep coming with those takes. So we're at 55 minutes now. Wow, this this show always flies by when we have a lot of positive things to talk about. But Tony La Russa is a boob. That's from Diane Schroeder. I like that. Roach, La Russa is rolling in his grave when everyone swings on 3-0. Exactly. I like the Dodgers when they have an offensive outburst. Sermon King. It's just fun. It's just very cathartic. It's great to see them just let out their frustrations. And look, don't kid yourself. There's a lot of pressure on these guys. Yes, they're multi-million-dollar athletes. Guys like Mookie Betts making over $30 million. These guys are very well compensated. But when you play for the Los Angeles Dodgers and you're the prohibitive favorite to go back and win the World Series and be the first team to repeat since the Yankees in 2000, first team in the National League to do it since the 76 Cincinnati Reds, there's a lot of pressure on you. And when things aren't going your way, I do think it starts to build. I think it starts to wear on these guys. And look, I just want to see the Dodger team go back to playing Dodger baseball, having fun every single game, even games that the Dodgers lose. You're seeing a relentless approach. You see them going out there and playing Dodger baseball. And you know what that means, playing clean defense, going up there, having good quality at-bats. And this is always going to be a franchise that's built on pitching. So hit that like button. Daniel Lawrence, you're killing me. Tony, Dodgers for life. That's a little X-rated. Can't read that one. Braves. Okay. Hello, Bomb. The project. I'm glad the mop-up crew, the bullpen, didn't blow the lead. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was always a possibility with the way that things have gone for this Dodger bullpen this year, but it wasn't the case. They came through today. I thought Edwin Uceta looked good, like you guys pointed out. Vesia had the 3 punch-outs there to end the game, so that was great. And then Walker Buehler, of course, he took care of business as a starter, despite giving up 2 home runs. More than made up for it, though, with that double to score Taylor and Lux there in the 4th inning. So, yeah, bottom of the 4th inning, Betts singled to right, scoring McKinstry. And, they added another couple runs that inning, which was really great to see. That's how they ended up at 14. But, yeah, Dodgers, they win today by a score of 14-3. They improved to 33-23. They're now 19-10 at home. And they go on the road to face the Atlanta Braves. They're off tomorrow. They go on a 6-game road trip, 3 against the Braves, 3 against the Pirates. And like I said, it was great to see the offense just explode today. The bats wake up, and it wasn't just the fact that they exploded. It was who was responsible for it, and that's Mookie Betts and Cody Bellinger, the 2 MVPs for the offense, not including Albert Pujols though. And it was nice to see him go out there and just rake. And, it was a great win for the Dodgers, especially coming off last night's game where they really let it get away. They really had an opportunity to come through late but couldn't. But, yeah, guys, get a couple of those fire takes in there before we head out. Bottom of the 9th, 2 outs. Let's see what you got. I'm out, Doug. Day off tomorrow. We got Los Bravos this weekend. Buenas noches from Hannibal Hector. Hey, man, have a good night, man. Get rested up. Thursday, get ready for that road trip, and let's keep this party rolling. Dodger, if you want more with Doug McCain, head over to DodgersNation.com. You guys killing me with that. Love it. Daniel Ross, go LA. Deborah Young, I like this one too. Deborah Young, La Russa needs to retire again. You're killing it, as always.
You win.
Roach, if players promise to stop swinging on a 3-0 count, will Tony La Russa promise to stop drinking and driving? Oof. Man, coming with those burns, Roach. You know I love it, man. I'm glad we got Mookie broke out tonight from Sermon King. Hopefully this will lead to him getting more ribbies and hits and home runs. Yes. I agree 100%. That hopefully is going to be the case. Roger Kennard, Diego Cartaya is at least 2-3 years away from joining our ball club. Keibert Ruiz will not be traded this season. Remember, when our front office traded Yordan Alvarez to Houston 4 years ago, that was different, though. They really didn't see Yordan Alvarez perform. It was kind of a fluky situation there. They know what they have in Keibert Ruiz. And, you could be right, that's for sure. And you're definitely right about Cartaya. The guy's, he's playing for the Quakes right now. You're definitely right on that standpoint too. So we'll see how that pans out. I just think that if you have an opportunity to cash in on Keibert this year and give yourself a real opportunity to go back-to-back in a full 162-game season where you might need a little more depth. We don't know how banged up guys are going to be towards the end of the year because it's their first season going the distance. I sound like Field of Dreams. Go the distance. But yeah, you just don't know. You just don't know. To me, I'm all about stacking those chips and winning World Series when you have the opportunity to do so. But let's keep the momentum from Daniel Ross. I like Mookie Betts to have a great weekend. Have a great night, D-Mac. Thanks, Doom Sal. If Cody Bellinger outsmokes, oh, my Lord, William Bloxman, Dodgers are the only baseball team of any level that I've ever rooted for in 53 years right here in Pennsylvania. Bleed blue. William Bloxman, man. Got to give you respect for that one, man. True, diehard, Dodger blue, repping since day one. That's what I'm talking about. Verdell Newsome, I'm not impressed with this win. It only makes us wonder why they are such of an up-and-down team this year. I mean, Verdell Newsome, look, you're going to have your occasional laughers, but the question I have is, has this team been a unit and healthy like this the entire year? And this is still without Corey Seager. So, Quakes for the best hats in the minor league. Yeah, I love those Quakes ones, especially if they have a lot of the black in them with the Quake. That's a fresh lid. You're absolutely right, Anthony Keene. Let's sweep the Braves. Come on, guys, smash that like button. It's too low right now. Dodgers on fire from Blue Magic. What do you know about Mad Max going to SD? Okay. Backup T1. I'm happy with the guys. We have Yordan would have been awesome DH, but that wasn't known exactly. Yeah. But yeah, guys, that's going to do it. Thanks for rocking with us, as always, here on the Dodgers Nation post-game show. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DMAC_LA. That's at DMAC_LA. For all latest Dodgers Nation merch, head over to GearUp.LA. Some of the best Dodgers t-shirt designs in the game. You're going to find it right over there at GearUp.LA. Be sure to rock with Clint Pasillas and Brooke Smith, the two senior editors here at Dodgers Nation, tomorrow for their show, the Blue Heaven Podcast, the flagship show here at Dodgers Nation. Be sure to rock with them. Check for Twitter and Instagram for when that show is coming on. For all latest Dodgers news, head over to DodgersNation.com. And let's do a couple more. I see some flying around here. Thanks, Doug. You're the man. D-Mac rocking it late night. Thanks for the content. Thanks, Doug. Great show as always from Patrick Gagne. Good night. Go Dodgers. Peace out. Hope Dodgers find that hitting magic. Burn some candles for the Lakers tomorrow, Anthony Keene. Let's not go there, Anthony. It's not going to give up on the purple and gold quite yet. But thanks again, guys. As always, nothing brings us together like Dodger baseball. And until next time, think blue, bleed blue, and I'm out.
It's time for Dodger Baseball.
What a catch by Mookie Betts. Another home run for Corey Seager. Another strikeout for Kershaw. A robbery of Tatis. Gone. Will Smith.
This is what an ace looks like.
And tag out is Riley, a double play.
Bellinger.